Welcome back to the Bud Light Tip-Off Show. It is time for the Nevada women's basketball team to take on New Mexico, and I've got Nevada head coach Amanda Levens with me right now. I don't even want to go back to San Diego. How disappointing was that game for you?
Very. I just did not think we did a lot of things very well that game, and it's a game that's winnable, I feel like, if we had played better.
Yeah. I saw so many shots go up, and I thought, that looks good. And then, boink, there was a game recently where they stopped the game for 40 minutes because the rim was crooked. And I'm thinking, maybe the rim's crooked here.
That would have been a good solution to that, but I don't think that was the case. And, I think for us, in games when we have trouble scoring, we have to be so much more focused on our defense.
Yeah.
And watching that game, we were having breakdowns that we haven't had consistently pretty much the entire season. And, there's a lot of painful film to watch and to learn from. And there's no better teacher, I think, than to see yourself doing something and you look at it and you know, I can do that much better. And obviously we're going to have to do it much better today.
Two interesting things as we get ready for New Mexico. First of all, we don't have to wear a mask here today. There's no mask mandate, there's no vaccine mandate, so anybody who's coming out to the game, feel free to come in and enjoy.
Yeah, that was a thing lifted for our whole state, so I think, a lot of people in our community, that will be another opportunity for them to come that maybe they weren't attending before.
Yeah, and if you've worn a mask more than most people that I've seen, is it going to be difficult for you to change, or are you going to change?
I'm not going to change.
I'm not either.
I mean, my biggest thing is I want to be here for the team, and so anything I can do above and beyond to try to stay protected. I don't want to have to miss games and, miss being around and help, lead them.
Yeah, and today is Pride Day. What do you see as the significance of this day in these times right now?
I think we're all human, and being able to love who you want to love and identify the way that you are comfortable identifying. We're all human beings, and I think it's a great opportunity to just show that we're inclusive. And as people, we should be inclusive and not, to have division within stuff. So I just love it to show that, we're all humans and we're welcoming.
I've got my tie on.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, New Mexico. You got a buzzsaw coming in here. They're mad. They've lost a couple of games. They lost the game at home, and they have made almost as many threes as your team has taken. Are they going to shoot the lights out here today?
The goal would be that they don't, but they had a game this year they took 52 threes. That's a lot of shots. And you'll see when they play, they'll have opportunities to score at the rim and they'll kick it out because they'd rather get 3 points versus 2. So it's definitely a unique style. They're senior-led. They start 5 seniors. They have a ton of experience. Every one of those players is capable of leading them in scoring and having a 30-point game. That tells you how talented that group is. We just need to make them work for everything and not have breakdowns and let them get easy looks, because they're going to make some tough looks. They're going to make some shots that people are going to be like, wow, that's a great shot. Yeah. And we have to try to make them take those type of shots throughout the game.
And these games down the stretch now, even more important as you're jockeying for first-round buys in the tournament and things like that. There's no game that doesn't mean a whole lot.
No, and for us, it's not about the standings. Obviously, that's important with the seeding going into the tournament, but the biggest thing, like from my perspective, is we need to start playing our best basketball. Yeah. We need to be finishing strong. The finish line is in sight now, and this is the time where I feel like teams that are playing in March start to separate themselves. You can see that they're playing at the highest level consistently that they've played all season, and that's where we're trying to get to.
It's New Mexico's #1 offense against your #1 defense. Should be a good one. We'll talk about it after the game.
Sounds great.
All right, Coach Levens with us here on the Bud Light Tip-Off Show. We'll take a timeout, break time, and then it's back for more as we get ready for the Nevada women's basketball team to take on New Mexico. This is Nevada women's basketball from Learfield.